Eric Kelsey, thank you for the shirt. How appropriate given today's topic. Today's topic, powerlifting to enhance your bodybuilding and powerlifting movements to enhance your bodybuilding. And there's two main reasons that I want to go over this topic today. I think firstly because a few months back we were getting a lot of folks who were inquiring as to why we were using powerlifting type programs for athletes who were not powerlifters, who were either competitive bodybuilders, aspiring competitive bodybuilders, or just folks that want to get jacked as crap. And also because at this point I have a good idea as to who my demographic is, who's tuning into these videos, and I'd say about 50% of them, they're guys that have been training for 3 years less, in some cases maybe not even a year, and there's some valuable information that you can take from this. So I guess we'll start with the movements that make up powerlifting, and that is a squat, a bench, and a deadlift, and that's actually the order in which they run in the meet. So why would you want to squat, bench, and deadlift if you are a bodybuilder? And I think first of all we'll start with the noobs, I guess. If you teach someone how to squat, bench, and deadlift with good form and with relatively heavy weight, anything else they do in the weight room after that is going to come quite naturally. They're going to be able to get on that that Cybex hack squat machine and look as if they've been doing it, you know, their whole life. They're going to be able to get on a crappy machine like a leg press, and they're going to be able to, you know, be aware and make sure that their lumbar doesn't round, simply because they've learned to squat. So that's one of the reasons that I'm really fond in beginner programs of just making these I'd say 80–90% of the training, simply because you learn to do these, it's really gonna set up a good base from which to build on, not just in terms of physique, but also in terms of just the coordination required to progress in other movements in the gym in a safe and efficient manner. And for guys who aren't newbies, the wonderful things about squats, benches, and deadlifts, or lifts that are related, you know, you could front squat, you know, you can high bar squat, you can low bar squat, you can bench press on a flat bench, you can bench press on an incline, you can do dumbbells, which I prefer for bodybuilders, you can do full deadlift, you could do snatch grip deadlift, you could do partial deadlifts, whatever. The thing, what's so sweet about compound movements is that they are the ones that have the most potential in terms of progressive overload. You know, you can be a guy who's been in the gym for 3–4 years, and within the next 2 months you can add 10–20 pounds to your squat, and it's going to show in your physique. Not so much when it comes to a curl or a leg extension. So that's the beautiful part about these. Now I think the main reason that a lot of the more experienced bodybuilders start to stray away from these over time is because they've approached their compound movements in the same manner, same way they did when they were a bit greener, you know, when progress was just a matter of showing up and trying hard. And that's where powerlifting programs come in. See, in order to compete as a powerlifter, you have to continually get better at these lifts. And powerlifting programs, they've been doing it for years. They've been doing it for years in a safe and efficient manner, okay? So I wouldn't say as a bodybuilder you should totally just run purely powerlifting programs, but there's a bunch of things that we can learn from those guys. You know, it's very similar to when I ran track and field. They would send us some of their best football players who weren't really good sprinters per se. It wasn't their forte, it wasn't what they were into, but they used track and field and the sprints and our sprinting coaches to become better football players, okay? Yeah, in bodybuilding, strength isn't the main objective. However, if you get stronger, much how if a football player gets faster, you're gonna progress as a bodybuilder. And that's why, instead of trying to reinvent the wheel, there's just certain loading schemes, certain programs that are out there that just do a really good job at helping you progress with these big, and they can be high risk lifts if you don't approach them correctly. So that's why I think we can take it in bits and pieces from powerlifting, and it can totally help you enhance your experience as a bodybuilder.